Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. I hope you enjoy this video today as much as I enjoyed making it for you. It was so simple to do, and as long as you have a Dollar Tree wreath frame or something in a circle form, it should work. I have a lot of leftover ribbon from Christmas time, and I thought, let's make a wreath with that. So I hope you enjoy this process. It is so easy that if you are just learning how to make wreaths, this is the wreath project for you. Let's get started. This is going to be a really easy wreath to make, and as you can see, I've already kind of started it over here, but I'm not really sure if I have too many loops. So I kind of want to go over the possibilities of what you can make with this style, simple style of wreath. This is so easy, great for beginners. So what I'm working on this one, this is just a Dollar Tree wreath frame. This is $1 at the Dollar Tree. You can also order them online. I will leave you my Dollar Tree code in the description box below, and you can order them that way as well. But it is about 14.5 inches in diameter. So that's one way you can use this method. Another method is just take an embroidery hoop, and as long as this doesn't get wet and isn't exposed to moisture, it's good to go. It's still a circle, and that's the main thing. What do you have that's a circle that you can use? And that's what you can use to make this wreath, because you really only need one bar. You only are going to use one, so this one will work just fine. And then over here, I kind of started a smaller version of the ribbon. This is like the 1.5 inch ribbon. I got this for, 1.5. I got this at the wreath shop. My link will be down in the description box below. But I did use a Dollar Tree 8-inch wreath frame. You can get 2 of these for $1 at Dollar Tree. So again, because we're only using one, that's all we need. So again, you can use any size wreath frame. You're just going to adjust the size of your loop. So the bigger the wreath frame, the bigger your loop. The smaller the wreath frame, you're going to want to adjust that. So it's really a preference issue. So let's get started. And I'm going to just show you how to do it. It's really simple. Like I showed you here, I've already started one, and I have 14 loops here, but I'm not sure. I think I might end up taking one out. And this was kind of like my test, and I figure I'm just going to keep it because I have a roll of this buffalo plaid. Again, you know how I'm obsessed with this. I got it from Michael's after Christmas. Didn't pay $15 for it at all. Probably paid about $5. Well, this has, let's see, it has 100 feet in it. So that's about 33 yards. So basically what you're going to do is we're going to use that third wire. So if you count 1, 2, 3, you're going to start here. And I'm just going to take my ribbon. I'm going to gather it. And underneath that third wire here, this one right here, I'm just going to take a 4-inch zip tie. Now, this is preferential. Whatever you like to use. I'm going to use these little zip ties that I have because that's what I have, and I kind of prefer these over the Chanel stems. I don't know why. I like them better. So I'm just going to pull that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold the ribbon, and I'm going to move it down underneath like that, okay? So, Julie, what size loop are we going to start with? Okay, we're going to do an 8-inch loop. So I just use my rotary cutting mat here because it's just so handy to have. And I have counted 8 inches, and I'm just going to take it and take a zip tie again and attach it. And that's all you're going to do. I'm going to take my zip tie, and I'm just going to hold my ribbon and just flip it underneath, all right? Again, you're just going to want to do 8 inches, gather it, and again, just attach it to that wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, I believe, 12 of these loops, okay? Because I did 14 on this one, and we're going to see if the 12 will work better than the 14. But if you want to really, it just kind of depends on your ribbon too. This is not really quality ribbon. I'm sorry, Michaels, but it's not. If you want quality ribbon, I would be ordering it from the wreath shop. I'd be ordering it from Trendy Tree. That's where I would get, if you want good ribbon, that's where you should get it. So you're going to just keep doing this, make 12 loops, and we'll be right back, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I did 12 loops, and so now I'm going to show you how to to separate it. So basically you're going to do the same method on each set. So you're going to take one in your right hand and one in your left, and you're just going to bring it out like this, okay? Go to the next ones and the same thing. So the one in the bottom loop is going to go to the center of the wreath, and the top loop is going to the outside. And then you're just going to keep doing the same thing. You got to play with the ribbon. You know, it really just depends on what kind of ribbon you use. You might need more loops. If your ribbon is not as nice, you might need less loops if you use some really nice ribbon. I don't know about you guys, but do you go to Sam's Club and Costco in the fall time and holidays, and they have all like the 50-yard rolls of ribbon? I feel like if you're in Wreath Creators and More, you guys know what I'm talking about. Everybody goes and gets a bunch of ribbon. So when I say I have a ribbon stash, it's mostly Christmas ribbon. But I do have a ribbon stash, but it's not really like spring and summer stuff. It's always like Christmas stuff. So looking at this, you can see some gaps in here. So with that said, and then if you see some of your zip ties, just going to roll them underneath, okay? So with that said, I do think I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more loops, just so that we're not going to see through this wreath, if that makes any sense. You know, you want to fill all those little gaps. So I'm going to add 2 more loops, and then I'm just going to go through and I'm going to stay on the same bar, and I'm going to do 14 loops here, 14, 14, and 14 all the way around the wreath. And then I will be back and we'll see what we'll do next. Okay, so I have it all together, and I went through and I calculated up how much ribbon did I use for a Dollar Tree wreath frame, and I ended up, if my calculations are correct, 64 feet of ribbon. So what is that? That's like, 25 yards, 22 yards of ribbon. So I'm not good at math, guys. This is not my specialty. But I also wanted to show you, there's a couple of things that you could do. You could just be done at this. You don't have to put a bow. If you just like the look of that, have it as an accent. Remember, we put 14 loops per section on this. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if you had like a ring that was this size and you doubled up the ribbon? So I think you could go back through and actually add another layer of smaller ribbon on top of it. And I think that would be really pretty as well. But use your imagination. All you would have to do is just basically go in between all of these and just do the same method, and you could double up and just do like a 5-inch loop instead of an 8-inch loop and use maybe the smaller ribbon. So there's another idea that I'm going to throw out there for you. If you post it in my wreath group called Wreath Creators and More, make sure you tag me and let me know. I'd love to see it tried. I'm going to make you a bow here, and one more thing that I thought I would show you is, if you wanted to, you could take the cording that I show you that I get from Hobby Lobby, and you could like just glue it down in the center of where everything was connected. Do you see that? And you just would go around. I'm just going to keep it simple today and just keep it with the ribbon. But here's another idea. Maybe you have some rope and maybe you'd like to glue it down in there. So that's another idea for you. But we're just going to make a really easy DIY bow. You've seen me do this before. We're going to make a tail, and I'm going to make sure the tail is about 10 inches long. I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to make a, let's see here. We're going to do a 10-inch loop here. So I went 10 inches, and I'm just going to fold it over and meet. And then I'm going to measure again, 10 inches, fold it over, and I'm going to twist that tie down, and I'm going to cut this. And like I said, we're just going to make a very simple bow. This is a simple wreath. And I just wanted to make sure that you could do this if maybe you haven't, you know, you've been watching me for a while. In my last video that I shared with you guys, a lot of you have been watching me for a while. A lot of you have just started watching me and you haven't tried a wreath yet. Well, this is a good wreath to try. And I just think it's really cute. So all that is you put your pipe cleaner, I twisted it, and I have a really cute bow. So I'm just going to add a little bit for the middle here. So I'm going to cut about 4 or 5 inches. And then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around here. And I'm going to wrap it around the center of my bow. And make sure you're laying it one pipe cleaner one direction, one the other. Okay, and then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pull it and then pull these. All right. Then we're just going to pull it over here and you're not going to see that. And I'm going to actually just use a tad bit of glue to kind of help it stay over here. And you could trim these too. All right, but that's all you got to do. And you're going to have a really cute bow. So let's figure out where we're going to put this bow. I think just right there is good. So you're just going to find wherever you want to put it. And you're just going to attach it. So that's it, guys. I'm going to trim these tails. And again, this is just going to hang from the back of the wreath. And it's just an easy DIY wreath. So you don't have to use a regular traditional wreath form. You could use, like I showed you, the cross stitch embroidery hoop. I even have these. Have you guys seen these? Just these gold round rings. You could use that. But you know, it really, use a hanger, you know, a wire hanger. If you can get it in a nice round shape, I'm going to turn this around here. Use a hanger. My goodness, there's just so many things that you could do, and you don't have to spend a ton of money to make a wreath. So I'm going to just give a couple clips here, and I think that's cute. It's not a big foo-foo wreath, but it's just something that's different, and I hope you have enjoyed this. And if you will, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. Make sure to check me out on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. And like I said before, I have a wreath group called Wreath Creators and More. Would love to have you join. But if you made it this far in the video, let's see, what should we have you leave me? Leave me a pet. Do you have a pet dog? Do you have a cat? Some sort of emoji. If you don't have the emojis, it's okay. You guys let me know anyway, and you're so sweet. So I hope you enjoyed this. It doesn't take a lot to make a pretty wreath, and it doesn't take a lot of time to make a pretty wreath. So until next time, we'll see you next time in Julie's Wreath Boutique.